everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Renee and today I will be setting up my January cover page in my 2024 reading journal. Be sure to check out my full 2024 reading journal setup, which is linked in the description below if you haven't already seen it. I hope that others are able to take inspiration from my setup, and I would love to know what spreads you like to use in your own journals. I chose to start off the year with a yellow spread because it's my favorite color. This is a 2-page spread, but the main page is on the right, which is where I will have my monthly totals. I don't like when my cover page is on the left side of the page because I often add thick paper to the background that just doesn't sit well on the left side because of the spine. Here you can see me creating a ripped edge for my split page design. You can do a straight edge as well, and I think it would look just as good. I went to glue down the yellow cardstock and realized my glue roller was empty, so I went to the store to get a new one. The applicator was awful, but I was pleasantly surprised by the adhesion. While I was gone at the store, I got an all-new idea for my January design. I planned to do fireworks for New Year's, but ended up falling in love with the idea of having a typewriter in the center of my cover. The pages of this journal don't have rounded corners, but I like to round the edges anytime I add paper that touches the corners. I think it makes the spread look clean and helps the page corners stay flat without getting dented. I used a piece of transfer paper to pre-draw this typewriter before I added it to my page. I chose to do a simple line drawing because my accent page on the left is going to have a bit more going on and I don't want it to be too busy. I think my main inspiration for doing a typewriter was the book Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross and the release of Ruthless Vows. Although Divine Rivals mostly takes place at war, there is something so wholesome about two workplace rivals who are riding back and forth on magical typewriters. Ruthless Vows is one of my most anticipated releases that I plan to get around to in January. I'm currently rereading The Hunger Games while editing this video, but I would also like to read Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver. As a Kentuckian, I want to read more books by Kentucky authors in 2024, and I think that Demon Copperhead will be a great start to that. A book that I know I will be getting around to in January is House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J. Maas. A large chunk of this book will likely be read in February though, because House of Flame and Shadow gets released at the end of January. I hope to read at least 5 books in January to match last year. I usually read 13 to 20 books a month, but I also read the entire Bible in 30 days every January, and that takes up most of my time. I set a goal to read 70 books in 2023. I'm not sure how I managed it, but I ended up reading 150 books, even with being busy at work and doing quite a lot of traveling. I haven't completely decided yet, but I think I will set my 2024 Goodreads challenge goal at 100 books. Other than the number of books I want to read, I don't really set any other reading goals. I would like to make it a priority to read more physical books in 2024 though. I drive around 100 miles a day to get to work and back, so I make it through a lot of audiobooks in that time and would really like to get back into physical books. I would love to know what your personal reading goals are, so let me know down in the comments. These graphic cards on my left page are from a set of scrapbooking paper that I got from Hobby Lobby. I love the vintage look of them, and they both had a bit of yellow that ties into my overall spread. I took the same sheet of brown paper that I have on the right side and ripped it to the shape that I wanted for the left page. I used a pencil to sketch out where I wanted the sheet of paper to be, and then I completely disregarded it whenever I went to place it down. I placed it over further so I could have at least one edge already lined up with the notebook paper. After I placed it down, I just ripped the paper more to get it back to the shape that I wanted. After finishing up the left side, I moved back over to the right and used my letter stamps to write in where my totals will be at the end of the month. You will see these stats on all of my monthly cover pages, but you could very easily adapt this design for a bullet journal spread instead. This is such a simple spread, but I really hope that you liked it. If you did, please consider liking, subscribing, and checking out my Instagram and TikTok. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you the best new year.